Hello students, welcome back to the computer science class. In the last video, we discussed about input devices and output devices, and in this video, we'll discuss the next part of the second chapter, computer memory. Computer memory is just like a human brain. Memory is an essential component of any digital computer. It is storing device. It stores programs and data which is required by the CPU and the results generated after processing. So what is computer memory? It is a storing device. Storing device means it stores the programs and data which is required by the CPU. That means in the working process we discussed that if it is a input device and if it is a CPU and it is output device. Okay, so inputs or informations the user will give to the computer system using input devices. Yes, in these parts the process will occur and after the process output will generate. So the storing device means it stores the programs and data which is required by the CPU and the results generated after processing, that is output. So all these information before the process and after the process, all the data and information is stored in the storing devices. This storage enables us to use the stored data to in future. After the process, the generated results is stored in storing device. Okay, that data and information we can use in future. So basically computer memory are of two types, primary memory and secondary memory. In primary memory, RAM, ROM, RAM, RAM or OM, ROM. In secondary memory, HDD, CD or DVD and pen drive. So these are the types of computer memory, and in that also we have some different types of memories. Let us discuss one by one. So there are two kinds of memory commonly used in computers. One is primary memory, that is semiconductor memory, and second one is secondary memory, that is magnetic memory. These are the main two types of memory, primary memory and secondary memory. The storage capacity of a computer is measured in terms of bytes. In real time, I will give a real-time example. If I want a sugar, then how I will convey that? 1 kg sugar, 2 kg in kg, correct? Oil, liters, isn't it? So the like that storage capacity of computer is measured in terms of bytes. 1 byte includes a total of 8 individual units. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All these individuals are called as bits, and 8 bits is equals to 1 byte. Okay, so what is byte means? The storage capacity of computer is measured in terms of bytes. Like we measured the sugar in kgs, oil in liters, correct? So computer system stores some data and information. So how that storage capacity of computer is measured? It is in terms of bytes. And what is byte? The 8-bit individual unit of bits is equals to 1 byte. Okay, so before I told you that computer does not understand the human language, it is only understand binary language, that is 0 and 1. So this 0 and 1 will store in 1 bit. Okay, 1 bit can store either 0 or 1. That means if I have a packet, this packet can carry only 1 kg of sugar. More than 1 kg, this packet will not carry. Like that, 1 bit of computer memory will store either 0 or 1. So the smallest space is called bit. So that bit, 8 bit is equals to 1 byte, which we use to measure the computer capacity. So the below table gives the storage capacities. Byte means the symbolic representation of byte B, that is equals to 8 bits. As I told, 8 bit is equals to 1 byte. After that, KB, kilobyte, 1024 bytes is equals to 1 kilobyte. After that, MB, megabyte, 1024 KB is equals to 1 MB. Okay. And after that, GB, 1024 MB is equals to 1 GB, gigabyte. After GB, terabyte, TB, 1024 GB is equals to 1 TB. After that, petabyte, PB, 1024 TB is equals to PB. Exabyte, EB, 1024 PB is equals to 1 EB. After exabyte, zettabyte, 1024 EB is equals to 1 ZB. After that, yottabyte, YB, 1024 ZB is equals to 1 YB. So all these are the storage capacity of the computer system. Next, first type of memory, primary memory. The primary memory is the main memory of the computer. It stores the programs and data which are currently needed by the CPU. So what is meant by currently needed by the CPU? Basically, memory is the storage device which stores the data and information, isn't it? So what is primary memory then? Primary memory means it is also a storage device in the computer system, but currently needed by the CPU. What is meant by currently needed by the CPU? That means, I will give one example. A plus B is one addition example. Okay, here A and B are the two inputs. Okay, A and B are two inputs. and plus is one process. Okay, now I will give this A plus B as input to the CPU to do the process, further process. Okay, what is the process? Addition is the process. So what happened? Now the CPU will take the inputs one by one. The CPU will not take all the information at a time. It will take the information one by one. So it will take A, after that B, and after that process. So while taking the information one by one from the input devices, that is meant by currently needed by the CPU. Now the CPU is working on this process A plus B, that is the currently needed information of the CPU. So the primary memory stores the programs and the data which are currently needed by the CPU. Next, the size of the main memory is comparatively much smaller than of the secondary memory because of its highest cost. The CPU communicates directly only with the main memory. As the CPU works at very high speed, its matching memory must be very fast. Only primary memory devices can provide the matching speed. RAM and ROMs are used as the main memory of the computer. Primary memory is of two types. One is RAM, second one is ROM, random access memory, read-only memory. First one is random access memory. RAM. RAM is also called as the main memory of a computer. This is really the main store and is the place where the program gets stored temporarily. So it is a main store of the computer system. Here the program gets stored temporarily. The data and information stored in the random access memory is not permanent, it is temporary memory device. When the CPU runs a program, it fetches the program instructions from the RAM and carries them out. If the CPU needs to store the result of the calculations, it can store them in random access memory. When we switch off a computer, whatever is stored in the RAM gets erased. It is a volatile form of a memory. So if the CPU stored any data and information in random access memory, all the information, data and information gets deleted or erased when we switch off our computer. Types of RAM: EDO RAM, extended data output RAM, SRAM, static RAM, DDR RAM, double data rate RAM. All these expansions may ask you for 1 mark. First one is EDO RAM. EDO RAM stands for extended data output RAM. It improves the time to read from memory on faster microprocessors such as Intel Pentium. EDO RAM was initially optimized for the 66 MHz Pentium. Second RAM is SRAM, static random access memory. It is type of semiconductor memory that uses bistable latching security to store each bit. Unlike dynamic RAM, DRAM, which stores bits in cells consisting of capacitor and a transistor, SRAM does not have to be periodically refreshed. Next is DDR RAM. double data rate, synchronous, dynamic, random access memory. It is a type of very fast computer memory. It's based on the same architecture as SDRAM but uses the clock signal differently to transfer twice the data in the same amount of time. The second type of primary memory is read-only memory. ROM stands for read-only memory. We call it as ROM. The information is pre-recorded into ROM chip at manufacturing time. When data has been written into a ROM chip, it cannot be erased, but you can read it. Once data has been written into a ROM chip, so we cannot erase, but we can read the information written on the ROM. When we switch off the computer, the contents of ROM are not erased but remain stored permanently. But in the RAM, when we switch off our computer, all the data and informations get erased. ROM is non-volatile memory. ROM stores critical programs such as programs that boot the computer. Type of computers: PROM, programmable ROM; EPROM, erasable programmable ROM; EEPROM, electrically erasable programmable ROM. These are the types of ROM. Programmable ROM means it is a memory on which data can be written only once. A variation of the PROM chip that is not burnt off the manufacturing time but can be programmed using PROM programmer or PROM burner. Erasable programmable ROM. The information can erased and reprogrammed using special PROM programmer. And EPROM differs from PROM in that PROM can be written only once and cannot be erased, but an ultraviolet light is used to erase the contents of EPROM. Electrically erasable programmable ROM, EEPROM in short form. This is equivalent to EPROM but does not require ultraviolet light to erase its content. It can be erased by exposing it into an electrical charge. The difference between RAM and ROM. First is RAM stands for random access memory, ROM stands for read-only memory. Second, RAM allows the computer to read the data quickly to run the application. It allows reading and writing. ROM stores the program required to initially boot the computer. It only allows reading, not writing. RAM is volatile, that is, its contents are lost when the device is powered off. ROM is non-volatile because the contents of ROM is retained even when the device is powered off. Fourth difference, the two main types of RAM are static RAM and dynamic RAM. The types of ROMs are EROM, EPROM, PROM, EEPROM. So these are the difference between RAM and ROM.